At the factory, they had a special group which involved my mother, because in the First World War there was still some aircraft that had canvas, and so ladies who were used to sewing canvas were recruited to do it for munitions work.
In Norwich, as we've just heard from Ralph, aeroplanes were extremely important because Bolton and Paul had the woodworking and metalworking skills, though, as Ralph pointed out, the early planes were made of wood, so they were ideal for that. But Lawrence and Scott also were a very skilled small engineering firm, and they had skills that could be easily transferred to the war effort, so that you had shells being made at Lawrence Scott, and they had therefore to employ a huge number of women as well as the men who weren't fighting to actually make the shells, and they made huge numbers during the war.
My mother had previously worked in a factory in Rose Lane, then that was immediately transferred to
Bolton and
Paul's,
yeah.
who opened this little factory on Heartsease.
Yeah.
And so Mother was there. Then, for some reason or other, she was picked to be the spokesperson for those people there, because there were some important people in the aircraft industry that decided to visit Norwich.
Yes.
So that's how my mother was invited to go on what was then the Heartsease airfield. She was particularly impressed that she met Mr. A.V. Rowe, who was the founder of Avro, the firm that became famous for building the Avro Lancaster.